make sure you guys are on today, because today is the day to take action and change your life forever. Are you ready?
Heck yeah. You guys are always ready. You guys are mavericks.
It's how to crush e-commerce, this series.
Yeah.
The climb.
Woo.
The climb, right? We're climbing. And we want to say, if you haven't, go back. Get the clarity on Module 1. Module 2
is branding, packaging. So
Yes.
branding your packaging. Getting that all set up.
Yes.
So, and then week 3
Last
was
week.
about tech and tools. Ben brought the wisdom. Ben brought the wisdom.
And we're going to continue to press in no matter what. If it all of a sudden falls apart and you're like, what is going on? Right? Tech can do that to you. The whole idea is just working through it, thinking logically, not getting frantic and like, oh, snap, and freaking out, and that's it. And you shut the show down.
No.
It is about working through, getting through this. And that was a prime example of what we do on a regular and how we want to encourage you to do the same when it comes to building your e-commerce platform.
Yeah.
Making it crush it by just keep working through the kinks. Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, and not getting distracted. And we're going to talk more about that today. That's I feel like that's the constant theme is like get that clarity. Once you have that clarity, you just stay that course one step at a time, one step at a time. And yes, there are adjustments along the way, but just staying focused and staying the course and not getting just, oh, maybe I should try this, maybe I should try that. And then you're just going in circles. So, but first, before we jump into it, I have another, I'm going to call them mom jokes since I'm the one that always says the jokes. So we got a mom joke for you about online shopping, of course. And it says, online shopping, no makeup, no pants, no problem. I love it. Yesterday I did all our grocery shopping, sitting on the couch while these two watched Star Wars in the afternoon. It was awesome. And then I was in my PJs and no makeup. I love it.
Solid.
Anyways.
That was a good one.
Let's jump into it.
That was one that actually made me giggle because usually it's quiet and silence, and then we do the ba-doom. But this time I was giggling. That was
There's
good.
lots of truth to it. I do a lot of shopping.
That's good. That's good.
Like that. All right, let's jump into it. We're talking shop. Website design today, y'all.
Yes.
Getting your shop looking awesome so that your ideal customers self-identify. They land on your shop and they're like, dude, where has this been all my life? I love this. Like, give me all the stuff. Like, that's what you want them to feel like when they land on your shop or your website.
Absolutely.
So that is what we're going to talk about today.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's crush this. We've got some hot topics, and also, too, before we forget, at any one moment, just like last time we had some communication on back and forth, which was always awesome, immediate questions for the immediate topic. If you guys have a question, an unanswered issue, like you're like, oh, this concerns me big time, and I can't get over it, I need help, don't fail to reach out. Don't hesitate. Don't go, I don't want to irritate him. Oh, I don't know if I don't feel comfortable. Get over that. Move forward. Ask your questions. Post them in the comments. Post them. And even if you're like, hey, this is a little personal, DM me. Send me a message. Facebook message me. It's totally cool to answer it. Design, talk to Sophia.
But I'm not on Facebook as much as Mike is. True. So
I will make sure to relay that.
Yes, he'll relay the message to me.
Right, but don't hesitate.
Yes, don't hesitate. So remember how we talked about clarity on week 1? About just getting super clear on your who and the experience you want your ideal customer to have. Then on module 2, we talked about, the action step for that week was, okay, make a list of really describing your ideal customer. What do they like? Who are they? Getting as detailed as you can so that you can design your brand and your packaging so that they resonate immediately. Like they're like, dude, this is so cool. That's the kind of response you'll get every time when it's done right. And so this is real similar to module 2 in the fact of building the brand and the packaging based on that list of your who and the experience they want them to have.
Yes.
And it's the same thing for your shop and your website. And having that clarity is so crucial instead of just jumping right in and having your website designer and just be like, oh, I kind of like this, or
Right.
guessing, and you guys are both kind of guessing, and it always needs to come back to who do you want to have resonate with your shop and with your brand.
And get in their head, get in their minds, right? That's the key too. It's like sometimes the idea of just connecting with someone, having a conversation like we talked about last time is key, is huge. Last week, if you didn't listen to that, you got to go back and take it in, soak it in. There is such a benefit to seeking out someone that you want to dial yourself in with and have a conversation with, and think of it as a relationship. That conversation, that's a two-way, it's not a one-way, and you're just throwing stuff at them, and you're shoving stuff down their throat, and you're making them listen to you, and you got to get in their faces. And the attention, right? A lot of people think about that first and foremost of getting your brand awareness. I got to get in front of people. I have to show people my stuff so they can buy it. It's important, but the big one is if you're not thinking about who you want to connect with first, get the clarity on that before you start putting stuff out there.
Yep.
And then have that conversation, encourage, blend in the whole idea. I want to give and contribute, right? Give them value, stack on this like benefits. Like they're going to be like, what? You want to bless me? Right? There's a conversation starter.
Yeah, right? And then it draws them in. And remember, we'll always go back to this. There's is about not making your brand all about you either. It's about you're the guide. You're the guide. Your customers are the hero. You want to help them be able to achieve whatever it is that solution, that problem that you solve. You want to just like champion them and help them solve that so that they can go out and do whatever it is that they need to do, that kind of problem is hindering them from being able to accomplish.
Big time.
And that is the feel of it doesn't matter what you sell, what product it is, that is so key of putting them, helping. They're the hero. They're front and center. You're just you're the guide to come alongside them.
Yep.
Real quick, going back to the clarity, we have just an example of what it's like. So if you go without the clarity and you're just kind of guessing on your shop and the design, it's kind of like if you were to go to a financial advisor. You're going to your financial advisor. He's like, you know what? I have this awesome new investment for you. I want to meet with you, and I really think that this is going to make you a ton of money. Like, you're going to do awesome with this.
Yes.
So you show up, you roll up to your financial advisor. You got your checkbook, but you also got some questions. You're kind of like, okay, let's walk me through this investment. And so you start asking him some questions, and each answer kind of sounds the same. It's the same kind of answer, but maybe put in a little bit of a different wording. And it all sounds like, I don't really know, but I really feel like this is really good for you. Like, you're just going to crush it and you're going to make a bunch of money.
True.
Now, would you pull out your checkbook and make an investment in something like that, where it's an investment that's a size that it'll hurt if it goes south? Would you do that?
My response would be good to spend some time with you. Appreciate your honesty with me. We'll talk to you next time, and I'm gonna go talk to the next investor, like financial advisor, who I know's done their homework.
Exactly, and that has a plan. They've got some estimations. They've got some track record of if it's a company. They've done their due diligence, and the same is true for your e-commerce shop or any business that you start. You don't want to just jump into it and be like, I feel like this is going to be the next big thing. And you make that financial investment to where it's a big enough chunk to where it could hurt. Right. And then it goes south because there was no clarity. You want to have that clarity from the beginning, that roadmap of, okay, I know who I'm gearing this brand towards. I know who is my ideal customer. I know what their core issue is and how to solve that problem. I know how to speak to that. I know how to package it in a way that they self-identify. They want to buy from me. And do you see the difference between when you have clarity or when you're just out there guessing? And you've got to have that clarity if you're making the investment to start a new business.
Huge. You hear the words, I don't know, come out of the designer's mouth or your own mouth. You're like, I don't know. That should tell you right there that I still need to do some research. I still need to do a little bit more homework so you can go off clarity. And again, if you need help in guiding you in getting the clarity, not a problem. Just hit us up. We'll be more than happy to send you a guide. We built a few to get you in the right direction. So you're not just going guesswork. You're not just trying things and testing before. You're kind of pre-evaluating, getting the clarity and building that path so you know it's like, I know where I'm going. I know exactly where I'm going. Just like we talk about with the journey, the chart. You need to go on a certain route to get to a certain place. You're not going to just drive side roads and guess, left, right, I don't know. Well, I'll try this way. And then in a ditch, you're like, oops.
Yeah.
That's like that show we watched, the Office, where he's like following the guide.
Oh gosh, the GPS.
GPS is telling him turn right. And he's like,
and Dwight's like,
telling me to turn right.
Don't turn right. There's a lake right there.
He's like, it's right there. There's a lake. No, but it says to turn right. And boom, in the water.
That was such a good episode.
It's a mess, right? And it can get like that. Honestly, it can be where you see it aftermath like comedy, but it doesn't feel like that in the midst of it. When you're trying to get this done and build it right.
And it's your dollars on the line. It's not so funny. No. It's not funny. And that's why you don't want to be guessworking this, you guys. You really, really, really don't.
Let's keep rocking this. We got more for you guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop here. Let's keep going.
So we're going to give you an example. So remember, if you're with us in Module 2, you remember how we did an example for you. We were going to start the Maverick supplement company. We were going to have supplements for Mavericks, and we got to what their core desire was, is that they wanted to still have energy at the end of their long work week to still play with their kids, to go and then have the have the energy to go hiking and adventure on the weekends. And that was like the core of what they really wanted. And so we talked about how the branding and the packaging would all be about that really core desire, which is adventuring, taking time with their family outdoors, and having that be the packaging and design and the branding. Same thing. Then you look back to the same list of we gave an example of our ideal customer. Right there. Made the list, and it's a dude, we call it, named him William. He's in his mid-30s. He's married with young kids. He's active. He wants to stay healthy, eat right. He's successful at what he does. He's an entrepreneur. He's not a suit and tie kind of guy. He cares about his family. He's a hard worker. He enjoys being outside. Enjoys time with his bros. Committed to personal growth. Avid reader. Positive personality, and highly motivated. True. So it's kind of a long list, and we would even go longer. Totally. But
it's true. It would keep going, and we're going to drop that too in the comments, just to give you guys an example of how far we go. It's not just surface stuff. You're not just talking about, well, they live in this geographical area,
they make
and they drive this type of car, and that's information that you should find out for sure. But don't just stop there. No. Right? Again, like we're talking about mindset.
And what's important to them.
Process.
Like what they value.
What they value, huge right there. What do they see as high value? Because if you don't line up with them, you don't want to try to push stuff that's like, hey, this is my product and I know you're going to want it. And you talk to the person who doesn't get your language. You're not speaking the right language. Right from the get-go, your messaging, what you're saying is like totally off. They're like, I don't relate. I don't get it. I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Maybe you're speaking French to me. And I'm a person who's from the UK, right? I'm like, not going to happen, mate, right? You just don't understand. So the idea is really, truly dialing that in, right? Dialing it into who are they? Who are they? What are they wired like? Because then when you say, this person I resonate with, they're going to resonate with you, right? You know you're going to be dialing yourself in from the get-go. So do that homework. Do due diligence.
And don't be afraid to write stuff down. Be specific. Because remember what we said was one of the biggest death traps of any brand, and especially a consumable, supplements. If you're doing on like skincare, supplements. Any kind of these type of products, you don't want to fall into the generic category. Right. And what we see happening is the ones who aren't specific here on their who and the
Right.
experience, they fall into that. It just naturally goes into that generic category
Totally.
because there's no specifics. It's just
Yeah.
we want to reach everybody. And then you're going to become generic.
Right.
Don't get generic because then you're
No.
going to be in that price battle, price wars all the time. And you don't want that. We want you guys to be high quality, being the leaders in your industry, being able to charge the leader prices for your
Yes.
products.
Quality. And there's so many times that there's people driving to go and sell a product that they've put so much energy into just getting stuff in there and on there and sell it. Let's do this, right? I have an awesome product. And it could be that you do. It could be that product, that tablet, this organic, whatever descriptives, those things are awesome, but you don't want to get lost in the descriptives either, where people are just loading information, right? And even thinking, oh, SEO, I got to make sure that I put every detail and every and every element, every ingredient, and boom, it can truly actually do the opposite, especially nowadays, because Google is not happy with people like that anymore.
It's overloading.
They're like all, nope, no more. And cutting people off who are just stacking keywords and loading stuff in there, it is not helping. It's actually doing the opposite. If they aren't showing up as a brand, a presence, an experience in something that's going to be remembered, memorable, and make it enjoyable for the client or the customer who are looking for those specific things, boom.
Yeah. And I mean, we've all landed on sites like that where
Totally.
you can tell it's just SEO'd out to the max. It's like
It's true.
It's the paragraphs don't even really make sense. You can just tell that whoever's written their copy, the text, has just put in these keywords as much as possible, and it kind of just barely makes sense. And it's like, what the heck? You may spend 2 seconds on it. You're like, okay, this is not cool. This isn't cool.
Snap. Yeah.
Like, so they might have landed on the number one spot
True.
for SEO or
is
up
hard.
at the top, but they didn't get your business.
Yes.
Because when you landed on that page, it was like, what is all this junk? Like, no, it's got to be speaking to your customers. That's the most important. And yes, I love the new switch with Google. There's sometimes stuff that they do that we're like, what? But this is actually legit. Like the ranking is better for when you have that brand experience. And so we're stoked about that change.
They wanted to help, in all honesty, wanted to help you dial in and connect with your ideal people as well. Those people who resonate with you, want your product, they're trying to make it easier and simpler for that person to find you. See, that's the key. But when people are just stacking in stuff, there's also that route of like, okay, wait a minute. These guys are cutting corners and just doing the black hat stuff, loading in, making sure that they're ranking before they're thinking about the product and the person that they want to connect with long before. So it's just backwards. Anyway, hey, we've got more in store here. Let's keep going. I want to make sure that they're not missing out on also this, what we want you to do. Get involved, take action. Like we always say, take action right now.
I know.
What is that action
we're going to wrap it up because I know this guy's got to go to a meeting. So, and I know you guys got to get back to work too. So action steps for this module is to block out 30 minutes and then revisit that list that you made in module 2 about your ideal customer and the ideal experience you want them to have. If you haven't done that exercise yet, go back to week 2, to module 2, make that list and describe your ideal customer and the experience you want them to have. Then based on that list, those 2 lists, start to really kind of write out, okay, what kind of look does this need to have? What kind of imagery does this need to have? What kind of messaging? What is that? Remember that core problem that your ideal customer has. It's not like that they just want to buy a supplement that's good quality ingredients. No, their core problem was that they want to be able to have that energy to play with their kids, get outside, adventure, still have that bro time, surfing early mornings. And so getting clear on those things and making sure that the design of the site is all tailored to that list, to that experience. And as you move forward with whoever you have designing your website and your shop, always come back to that list. And that question is, huge. Okay, would William or your ideal customer resonate with that? Like just have that. That's your mantra as you're designing your brand and your website. Will they resonate with this?
Yes.
Will they resonate with this?
Yes. And if someone comes at you giving you advice when it comes to a professional saying, hey, let me tell you, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Be careful to take in this advice unless it's going to benefit you and they're giving you from a professional advisor perspective, right? Expert perspective, not someone just giving you their opinion or a good friend or buddy or family member who looks at it and they're like, oh, I'm not sure. What if, but don't you think? And they start throwing at you. That's all opinion. That's all based on what they see in their view. Now, if you've done your homework, you're right on point. There are going to be people that resonate with you that you want to connect with. Now, keep in mind, there are times that some people will filter in that may not be exactly, but you are better on target to connect with. And then the advice that comes from a professional, if you want more, you're saying, hey, I could use some help, maybe a little tweaking and fine tuning and making sure this really is the look, the feel, all of that for the shop and the experience as well. What are they experiencing? Because that's a big part of nowadays what people are going through and willing to go through in being devoted to your product, to what you have to offer.
Exactly.
Don't forget about that. That's a huge component.
And some of you might be like, well, what do you mean by experience?
Right.
Like, what they're on a website, like they're on a shop. What do you mean by the experience? And really what we mean by is like how you're making, really it comes down to how you're making them feel when they land on your site.
Yes.
And so remember how we said you want to make them the hero.
Yeah.
It's not about us being the hero. You guys are the hero. You Mavericks are the hero. We're coming alongside of you. We're championing you to just crush it in your branding, crush it in your e-commerce, crush it in your business. And that should make, our hope is that you feel empowered, that you feel encouraged. And that's the experience, what we're talking about.
Right.
So when someone lands on your site, you got to think about, okay, how do I want to make them feel? Do I want to make them feel encouraged? Do I want to make them feel motivated? Do I want to make them feel heard?
Right.
And sometimes people are like, why is it about feeling? Because the buying decisions are emotional decisions. Look it up, do your research, read on it. We promise you, you will see that they're not logical. Right. You'd think that they were logical, but their buying decisions are emotional decisions. And we don't mean like, okay, we want you to set it up so you're manipulating them.
Right.
No, it's
emotionally
true,
tricking them.
being authentic, being real, not being fake, and trying to manipulate, because then people can see through that.
Yes.
And it turns them off.
Man. It's like,
turns them off.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Star Wars where Luke Skywalker is trying to
I love you, babe.
trick Jabba and go, you will release these guys. You will allow me to get access to Han Solo.
You will buy my product.
Right? But Jabba's like, oh. Nice try. I'm not tricked by your Jedi mind tricks. See, and that's the thing. We don't get fooled. We don't get tricked. If you are honest with yourself, right, you're going and you hear some sales pitch, you know it's coming. And you're like, And sometimes you bear with it. Sometimes you're okay, it's a friend and they're trying to sell me those oils, those special oils. And they're like, okay, I'll listen. But at the end of the day, let me be honest with you. I'm not really into it. That's the key, though. You already know right from the beginning. Are you being real and authentic and you're just trying to help me?
Or are you just trying to sell?
Or are you just trying to sell?
And if you're just trying to sell and you're trying to incorporate some feeling into like this really salesy, it's going to come across not right. But if you just are completely focused on just serving, on helping, answering questions, seeing if there even is a sale to be made, like if they even need your stuff,
asking the right
questions. People are going to be like, oh, these guys they're legit. Like they're authentic. They really want to see if, they want to help me.
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
But when we come to like a feeling, so not manipulation.
Yes, exactly. No Jedi mind trick.
No. Although we like the Force.
We true. Okay, so action steps, we're going to say now, block out.
Yes, block out the 30 minutes.
30 minutes, right?
Yes.
Do not let anything get in between that, too. Just if you have to shut things down, get quiet, get in front of your computer, write out a piece of paper, whatever gets you stirred up. And even if it's outside, we talked about this before, getting outside and taking a walk, sometimes that opens up a fresh perspective. And you just record it into your phone. You're walking down the road and boom. Yeah, and this is coming to mind, and I want to remember this later, so da-da-da-da-da. And then put that to action. Use those elements. When you're trying to figure out and dial in and get clarity, right, This is key for when it's time to start to build, right? Because then you build on a solid foundation. The frame comes together, just like home. The framing, key part. Then you start to build it and put in aspects. And think about this is the next component, aftermath, is just like a home designer, you don't go picking out the furniture and everything until everything is already in place, framed up, walls, it's all ready, the flooring. Then you start to think about the aesthetics internally, because that's what also will attract and bring and sell to that home, right? If someone's looking to buy or sell the home, those people outside have no idea. They're just kind of looking out front and they see the sign and they're like, okay, let's go check it out. Then they get in there, and that's part of the experience as well.
Exactly.
Seeing what it is,
seeing
like
what
the
it
internal.
could be, and you want them to put themselves, like see themselves in that home when the home is all set up and nicely designed. And that's what you do with your shop, with your website.
Sure.
You like have them place themselves in your brand, see themselves. They see themselves taking that supplement and having the energy to go with their bros at 4:30 in the morning to go surf at the end of the week when they're tired.
Right.
Like they see themselves getting the benefits of your product or your brand. And that's what we mean by the experience.
Boom.
And that was a good example, Ben.
All right, on. Thank you. Thanks. And I'm glad that if you're getting it, I hope you're getting it as well. That's soaking up and it's making sense. Because if we ever are saying something that just like, ooh, that doesn't make sense to me, feel free. Don't hesitate to hit us up and go, can you clarify that, right? Send us a message, post in the comments. And then at the end of the day, we know, again, clarity. If you don't get it, we can help you with that. We can get you there. Make sure to help you get where you need to go, where you need to be for these next steps on this climb. Because it is a journey. It is an adventure. We want it to be fun. Have a great time in this process. Enjoy the process. And take that one step at a time. Boom.
Don't get overwhelmed.
Don't get overwhelmed.
And if you've failed or fallen, so have we. So have many others that have done phenomenally in life.
We've never failed. What are you talking about?
Oh, we failed many times, but we see it as education.
Right.
And you get back up. You get back up. You keep going forward, because there's not one person who is extremely successful that has never had a failure.
Come on.
And so the key is just not stopping at that failure. Being like, I'm going to use this as a stepping stone. I'm just going to keep going. Just keep going. Keep going. We believe in you.
Yes.
You've got this.
Got it.
You have a purpose and a calling on your life. And we can't wait for you to just continue just to step into it.
Yes. Crush it on your shops. Making sure that e-commerce is working for you, doing what it's supposed to. You see revenue. You see the light of day. You're not just breaking even or, I'm struggling. You got what you're hoping for, right? And next week's the last
module on the climb.
Last module.
And we are going to be talking about funnels.
Yes.
And our method to funnels is simple. Simplicity. Start with one. Then build out from there. That's what we're going to be going over and just kind of walking you through the steps to get that set up. And so we love you guys. We believe in you.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Yes.
Make sure to go take action now and get after it. All right?
Yeah.
Have a great one.
Bye, guys.